Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nqobile Shabane and this is Nugget for Your Wallet. I'd like to first say thank you to every single one of you who has subscribed to my channel. The feedback, the love, the comments has very been encouraging. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do that right now by clicking the red subscribe button below. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. In today's episode, we'll be looking at setting financial goals. Having a financial plan for your life is important. Goals, they assist you to stay focused and give direction to your financial decisions. Your goals can be short-term, such as saving for a particular shoe, or medium-term, like saving for a car or paying off a car, or your financial goals can be long-term, like having a plan for your retirement years. Independent of whether your goals are short-term, medium-term or long-term, it is very important that you set them properly, you review them often so that you ensure that they are attainable. That is why in this episode, we'll be looking at different techniques and tools that you can use to ensure that you set your financial goals the correct way. More important than the financial goal itself is how you set it. A lot of people shoot themselves in the foot by setting ambiguous, unattainable goals and get discouraged when their goals are not achieved. Ensuring that your goals are SMART is very important. SMART is an acronym that was outlined in 1981 by George T. Doran in his article on Management Review. Basically, it is a criteria that you need to follow when setting out goals in order to ensure that they're achievable. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. It is important that you follow this criteria when setting your financial goals. And after you have set it, you need to ask yourself, is my goal specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it relevant? And is it time-bound? Specific basically speaks to ensuring that your goal is clear, identifiable, and it is as detailed as possible, and it is precise. A person looking at that goal must be able to tell exactly what is it that this person wants to achieve. I'll make an example for you, and I'll use this example throughout my discussion of the SMART criteria. The example of saving. A lot of people have just a goal, which is to say they want to save. Just saying that you want to save is very ambiguous because you can't measure it. We can't tell if you have saved or not. You can save 100 rand and say that you have met your goal. We can't really judge you because your goal was not specific. It was specific. It was to save, but it was not measurable. It was not realistic. There was no time element to it. So having a goal to say that you want to save, yes, it is specific. But that's not enough. It needs to be measurable. Measurable basically means that it needs to be quantifiable. We need to be able to measure the progress of your goal. So our goal to save, we can take it a step further to make it measurable by saying that I want to save 500 rand on a monthly basis. Now, the amount that we have put there of 500 rand has put an element of making this goal measurable. The next criteria of SMART is that it needs to be attainable. Attainable basically means that it needs to be realistic. Realistic to your life, it needs to be achievable. You can't set a goal, in our example, you can't say you want to save 10,000 a month and you don't even earn 10,000 a month. So achievable means that it needs to be something that you will be able to attain it. So say after you have paid all your bills, you have 1,000 rand left, having a goal of saving 500 rand a month means that that goal is attainable because it's something that you can achieve. The next criterion of SMART is relevant. It needs to be relevant. It needs to be relevant to your life. It needs to be relevant and in line with your life's mission and vision. What is it that you want to see, you want for your life? So it needs to be relevant to you. Other people might save 20,000, other people might save 50 rand, but you need to assess what is it that I want for my life, and with the resources that I have, is this goal relevant for my life? And in my example, if you have a disposable income of 1,000, saving 500 rand a month is relevant. And the next criteria and the last criteria of SMART is that it needs to be time bound. Time bound means that there needs to be a time period, there need to be a deadline to your goal in order to ensure that it is achievable. And in our example, we can take our goal of saving 500 Rand a month and make it time bound to say that we want to save 500 Rand a month starting from February 2023 until December 2023. So this goal of saving, we can elevate it and say my goal is to save 500 Rand on a monthly basis starting from February 2023 until December 2023, and that goal is a SMART goal. So it's very important that you follow this criteria in order to ensure that your goals are achievable. Another example of a financial goal that is SMART is if, for example, you have a credit card that you want to pay off. Your financial goal can be, I want to pay off my credit card that has a balance of 12,000 Rand, and I'll pay it off by paying 1,000 on a monthly basis starting from March 2023 until February 2024. That goal is a SMART goal. So use this criteria in assessing whether your goal is SMART or not. And those people who have followed the SMART framework have really achieved their goals because there is a time element and it is measurable, and as a person someone else can keep you accountable because it is clear, it is specific, it is measurable, and it is relevant. The next goal setting technique that I'd like us to look at is writing down your goals and reviewing them regularly. The act of writing your goals down serves as a reference point and a silent accountability tool. Many management coaches have said that those people who write their goals down tend to think about their goals more deeply, remember them more often, and are more likely to achieve their financial goals. That is why tools such as Vision Board have assisted a lot of people to achieve their financial goals. Write it down, either on a notebook, have it, or put it in your vision board. Put it somewhere where you can remember that you have written it down and you can refer to it at any time. And that's why, again, linked to writing your financial goals down is reviewing it regularly. If you have written it down, it is easier for you to refer back to it and review and assess if you are still in line with what you have set for yourself. Reviewing your financial goals will really depend on the type of goal. You can review it on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, or 2 times a month. It really depends on the financial goals. But what is important is that you review it so that you can check yourself if you're still in line with what you have set for yourself. And if you're still in line, it can serve as a motivation. And if you're not in line, then it can serve as an encouragement. So I really encourage you to write those goals down. After you have written them, make sure that you set time aside to review them. I can also attest that it is so motivating to tick off the goals that you have set for yourself. My family, we do this on an annual basis. We set out our goals for the year, and at the end of each year, we ensure that we take time to look back. Have we achieved this particular goal? Have we achieved this particular goal? And seeing yourself tick off what you have set for yourself at the beginning of the year, it is very, very fulfilling. Other goals, we review them more regularly because they are short term. So it will really depend on the type of goal, but I can't stress enough the importance of ensuring that you review your financial goals. Now that we have looked at some techniques and tools that you can incorporate when setting your financial goals, I'd like to give you a couple of examples of financial goals that you can incorporate into your life. The first example is that of paying off debt. If you have debt, I will really encourage you that you have this as one of your key financial goals. One of the methods that you can apply to pay off the debts is the snowball method, which basically requires you to list all your debt from the smallest to the biggest debt, and then use resources to pay off the first smallest debt first, and then once that is paid off, then use those funds to pay the next smallest debt until all your debts are paid off. We'll have another video on debts and on how you can pay off your debt quickly. The next financial goal example that I want to give to you is that of creating an emergency fund. Emergencies seem to come up when you least expect it, and if you're not ready for emergency, it can really lead you to debt. Having an emergency fund can give you a financial cushion in times of, for example, loss of income, debt, or accident. As a general rule, having 3 times your monthly expenses into your emergency fund is a safe amount to have. So I really encourage you, have that emergency fund. Emergency can be bursting of a tire, an accident, you need to pay excess. It can be debt, it can be anything. So make sure that you're setting money aside so that in time of an accident or an unforeseen circumstance that requires you to fork out some money, you have it set aside already. Another financial goal that you can set for yourself is that of improving your credit score. A higher credit score has a potential of saving you money as it decreases the interest rates that credit providers can charge you. You can improve your credit score by ensuring that you service all your debts on time and also paying more than the minimum installment for your debt can improve and increase your credit score as it decreases your credit utilization ratio. The last financial goal example that I want to give to you, that I will encourage you to incorporate into your life if you don't have it already, is that of taking up risk cover. Risk cover include your car insurance, your home insurance, your life insurance, or disability insurance. This is important because it gives you financial cover that you would not have ordinarily afforded, or that it would have taken you long for you to save for it. For example, home insurance, if your house burned down, chances of you having cash to buy another house immediately are very slim, or you are involved in an accident and you hit a Lamborghini. Chances of you having sufficient cash to fix that car and fix your car and still live a happy life are very slim. So having insurance assists you in such cases. So I really encourage you that you get insurance. Do your research, make sure that you get insurance that will provide you with sufficient cover at a reasonable price. I would advise that you go on hippo.com. I'll link their link below. You can get different covers and they do quotations for you from different companies, insurance companies, and in that way you are able to see which one will provide you with best cover at a reasonable premium. As I conclude this video, I would like to challenge you to write your financial goals down. Categorize them into short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. I also challenge you to ensure that each of those goals meet the SMART goal-setting framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Your goals need to meet the SMART criteria. And lastly, make sure that you review your goals regularly. It will definitely serve as a motivation to you and as an encouragement to make sure that you stick to it. I really hope and wish that you can achieve all the financial goals that you have set for yourself. This brings us to the end of our video. If you like this content, please leave a comment below, like this video and share it with other people so that you can all set financial goals, so that the goals that we set for ourselves are attainable and we achieve them, and in that way we all progress to be better people. If you have not subscribed, please make sure that you also subscribe to my channel so that you get to learn of more of these financial tools and wisdom that I will be sharing with you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.